I like to think of Minecraft in terms of ages. When you first start out the game, you have the wood age. If you're pretty good at the game, you can graduate out of the wood age into the stone age very, very quickly. From the stone age, you enter the iron age, and then after you're done with the iron age, then you would graduate up into diamond. Well, diamonds are not really available in Skyblock. But we are definitely full swing. Why is that weird? We are definitely full swing into the Iron Age. The Iron Golem farm is working. It is producing very, very well. We have plenty of iron. And regarding the issue with villagers, you can see in the top left corner of the screen I'm in 1.8.1 pre-release 2/vanilla. Basically what the problem was is after 1.8 came out, there was a glitch that fixed like repeaters being on top of solid blocks and not being able to walk on them in some directions. Well, that fix caused tracking entities to become a little weird and caused them to sometimes knock each other through blocks right when the game loaded. So every time you would load into the world, monsters would either get knocked into a block and suffocate, or they would just fall out of the world. Well, I'm now in 1.8.1 pre-release 2, and hopefully that doesn't happen anymore. So we have a bunch of projects ahead of us. There's a lot of things that entering the Iron Age is going to allow us to do, and without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and get started. Some sad Minecraft music has started to play, but that's not at all the mood that we're going for. As I have a little, well, I mean, okay, maybe there's a little bit of sadness. So we've got a kind of plan figured out, maybe a little bit. What I want to do is I want to add a whole bunch of farms around each one of these little flat areas here. These are all going to be like mini farms, which are like stupid skeleton, which are my favorite types of farm to build. So we'll just start and cover them. So I've got the sugarcane farm, a mushroom farm, and the mushroom farm is going to be a new design. Etho's produce farm, a charcoal factory, which is going to be a new Skyblock friendly design, pumpkin and melon farm, and that's probably the design I'm most excited for. Cobblestone farm, fishing farm, and then we're back at the beginning. Well, if you are observant, you've probably noticed the sign here that says cactus. It's like, do we make a cactus farm? I don't know. It'll only take 2 sand, and it'll be really, really easy to build. It's just a question of, should we? So the pumpkin and melon farm, we could technically combine together, but then it halves the rates for each of them. So, the rate would normally be 3 harvests per hour, so a pumpkin farm here will get 6 harvests per hour, and a melon farm will get 6 harvests per hour. Pretty good, but if we combine them, then we're only getting 3 pumpkins an hour and 3 melon harvests per hour for a trade-off of getting cactus, and I don't really think that's worth it, especially considering pumpkin, food, you can turn it into pumpkin pie, melon, food with melons, and then both of those could be sold to villagers to get emeralds, so not really worth it. Cobblestone, I want to move that cobblestone generator down to here. Eventually we're going to destroy that, so the cobblestone generator does need to move. What about fishing? Fishing farm is obviously one of the most important farms out there. Sugarcane farm, very, very important. You can sell sugarcane to villagers, but, well, you can sell paper to villagers. Yeah, no, we have to have the sugarcane farm. There's no way around it because paper is how you get books and yeah, okay, yeah, so we have to keep the sugarcane farm. Mushroom farm is medium important. Etho's produce farm is huge, as well as the charcoal factory. We don't really have any options here. What do we do? What do we do? I don't know. I guess we'll just start building the farms that we know. Oh, hello. The farms that we know that we're going to be placing down, for example, Etho's produce, charcoal factory, the fishing farm, and stuff like that, and then go from there and see what we're left with is like the open possibilities. So here's the next little update. Still no clue on what we're going to be doing with that cactus farm, but I have gotten the fishing farm built. It works. I caught my first fish. Woohoo! Yeah, everything is great. I don't want to spit out the one fishing pole I made, but I wanted to show you this more specifically. This is a melon farm. It's actually super duper cool. The way that we build the normal melon farm, and actually I see a block that I want to fill in so it looks much nicer. Haha. The way that we build a normal melon farm is instead of a piston here, we have a dropper, and then that dropper feeds into a hopper, and then we detect an item moving between the dropper and hopper with a comparator. Well, because this is Skyblock, there are no comparators because there's no nether quartz. So I needed a new way to detect when a melon had grown. So what I did, same system, the 3 hoppers with a lever, repeater, piston, destroyer, but then whenever a melon would grow, so on instead of this cobblestone here, here, and here, we would have dirt, and I actually grabbed some. So we'll have some dirt. Oh, forgot about that. Not a big deal. So we'll have some dirt here, and then on these outside spots, we'll have melons. Well, in this case, we're going to have pumpkins, and I have no bone meal. But that's okay. Whew, jump over that gap. That's okay, because we have plenty of bones right here. Okay, so let's turn around and grow this. Blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to go as quick as we can. I wanted to do the finishing touches with you guys. So there we go. So this is a pumpkin farm. So now, if a pumpkin were to grow, what's going to happen is the pumpkin becomes a powered block, which causes this piston to extend. When this piston extends, it pushes all of these slime blocks up because, you know, in 1.8, slime blocks can move other blocks. So this entire, like, L shape here is going to move. Well, I'm really scared that a monster is going to spawn and knock me off the edge or something. But when it extends, everything lifts up, including that redstone block. Well, when that redstone block lifts, it'll be where that slime block is, which will power that repeater, which powers this piston, which will destroy the melon. Big, complex, explanation for something that's relatively simple, but here we go. Boom, smash, and then boom, smash, and I'll do it one more time. I want to try to move to the side. There we go. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm gonna build 2 of these, one for pumpkins, one for melons, and hey you, and then we should be able to trade all these melons in for villagers, and then have even more emeralds and everything than we already do. So, yay! Yay, yay, yay. Alright, so here's another update on the multitude of mini farms that we're adding to our Skyblock world. So you can see we've got the melon and the pumpkin farm done now. There's a fish farm, which we covered earlier. Now we have Etho's produce farm. This thing is pretty cool. So we've got a bunch of, gosh, what is this? Bone meal. I think my hoppers are full. No, my hoppers aren't even, it must all be funneling down into the dispensers. Okay, so anyway, what you do, you step here, and then this piston starts to push up and down. Then you can see the smoke is coming out. Well, that's the bone meal being attempted to be dispensed. So if we just right-click with our carrot right here, oh, I'm off of sequence. I gotta get it on the downswing. There we go. You can see that as it pulls down, our carrot then gets hit with 3 different dispensers firing triple the bone meal, which is going to give us a lot of carrots. So I could just stay here and right-click forever and continue to get carrots and carrots and carrots and carrots and carrots. Okay, so then we can swap over to potatoes, do the same thing, except I'm on the bad swing now. And I think I've got it. Yep, 7, 9, 11, 13, 14, 16, 18, 21. Yeah. And then it also works with wheat. I'm always so bad at this. Oh, nope. Messed it up. Ugh. Let's try again. There we go. There we go. Getting hit. There we go. Yeah, now we can see that that's working because we're now at what, like, we're gaining seeds and we see wheat come flying off it every time. Okay, and then just to stop, you just step off the pressure plate, and there we've got 25 wheat. Why is this exciting? Why am I stopping right now to show you this? Well, what an observant question asker person you are. Between this produce farm being able to handle both wheat, potatoes, and carrots, and then between these 2 farms over here being able to handle melons, actually melons, and then pumpkins, and you can see we've got a couple now. We don't need something that we have up here. So what I was doing to be able to get supplies is I was taking this and bone mealing it, and then this was just our backup supply of grass. Well, that could have been destroyed a long time ago since we've got that supply of grass. And then this, well, we don't need a farm anymore. We don't. So something very, very exciting, we could destroy it all and reclaim the dirt. Yes. I've been wanting to do this for such a long time. Get this out of here. We can do the same thing over here. And you see how I don't have to worry about knocking up this dirt? It's because we made sure that we made everything too thick. So if you ever play Skyblock, make sure that your world is always too thick. And then we can also destroy this little roof thing here, which is pretty exciting too. Yay! Yeah! I don't know. I feel like our world's coming together. There's completion happening. There's the multitudes of mini farms are happening, and it's making for a better Skyblock experience. So I'm going to continue farming, I guess, after I take a quick nap, and then I'll check in soon. Yeah. And here's the next big snazzy update. So last time we checked in, we got the fish farm, the double melon farms, and then Etho's produce farm. I think we had this set up and I didn't talk about it. So what this is a charcoal factory. Now, a normal charcoal factory uses a comparator to detect where the coal is to then send a proper signal out to then move it around and do all the fancy stuff. Well, again, we don't have comparators, so we don't have self-aware machines. So what do? That's a great question. So instead, what I've resorted to is we're using I should have looked at it. We're using a repeater clock here with the torch and blah, blah, blah. So that way when we flip that lever that's on the other side of that redstone lamp, it starts this clock, which just spams a signal into this bottom dropper, which will move up into the top dropper, which will move up into this hopper, into the chest, thus completing the cycle. So this is just a standard charcoal factory, and just using like a repeater clock instead of a comparator to be intelligent. So that's pretty cool. This will be the cobblestone farm. I don't really have a huge priority on building this since our current one still works and it's just fine. But this one will be like a semi-automatic cobblestone generator, kind of like this is a semi-automatic fish farm. It'll basically do the same thing. It'll dispense pickaxes to you, so then you can just AFK and left click to win and get all the cobblestone in the world. So next, I'm going to save this one for last because I feel like that's the most clever. Next, we've got the sugarcane farm. Sugarcane grows ridiculously slow, so this is going to take forever. I might expand this to have like 2 layers, or make it a little wider, or add some depth to it. Don't know. One sugarcane is going to be really, really, really slow, though. But it'll at least get the job done for the short term. So yeah, there's that. And then lastly, this is the mushroom farm. And with a normal mushroom farm, and I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing about what normal farms are, but that's the baseline. That's where we have to go off of. In a normal mushroom farm, in the one that I made, I use a hopper clock, which is 2 hoppers facing into each other with comparators on the outside to then create a timer that then destroys the mushrooms on a specific time set. Well, again, we don't have comparators to be able to make that hopper clock. So how do I make a long-form clock that's not ridiculously expensive? And what I've decided to do is I've basically turned this into a trash can as well, which is what this hopper chain is. So what I'm doing is I've got a pressure plate in there, a wooden pressure plate, that's detecting the item on top of it. Then whenever that item despawns, these redstone torches will turn on, which will power these pistons, and then there will be blocks in front of these pistons, which will destroy the mushrooms that are placed. Well, hey, just like that. And then that pressure plate will let up, and which will turn all the torches back on, like I said. And then there's one more torch in the back that's sending a signal to the dropper, which is like the receiver of all of our trash. and then it drops a new item. So once every 5 minutes, because that's how long it takes for an item to despawn, the mushroom farm will be auto-harvested. So before we fully set that up, see, the problem is we can't place a mushroom on it because it's exposed to the sky and it's too bright. The first thing that I want to do is I want to get some backup red mushrooms. So there's our red mushroom. Now I need to... Do I have any bones on me? No. But luckily, I know there's a place where there's a lot of bones. See, okay, here's a perfect example. I don't want gunpowder. Gunpowder goes away. We've got enough arrows. Arrows go away. I do want to keep the string, the sticks, everything like... Did that just fire? Sounded like it did. It could have been this, though. Anyway, so I don't want those items, so then I could just throw them in this top hopper, and then it moves them back into that dropper, and there's our trash can. Anyway, let's take some bone meal. And there we go. This is going to be the baseline for all the red mushrooms that we ever have. I'll take... Oop, my pickaxe, or my axe just broke. We'll take... let's just go ahead and do this. We'll just do this now. So say we want... I think we want brown mushrooms as the priority and red mushrooms as the secondary. So we'll put... See, I can't place these mushrooms here or there because it's too bright. So what I need to do is we need to make this darker. So how do we do that? And I'm just going to take a bunch of blocks and do... Actually, I need to... Because light can go through hoppers, I need to also do the bottom. There. And there. Okay. Fancy. Schnazzy. Looking good. Then we need to do... I guess a couple here. Ooh, that always scares me. So let's go there. Yeah. And there. So that'll cover this side. So what, we gotta go up again? Okay, yeah. Then we'll bring it up. And then I think I could put a roof on that, and then that would be fine. So now I need to do the same thing for the other side. So let's go... Yeah, we need those there and there to make sure that that item doesn't get out. And we need a block there. There. Come all the way forward. I guess we need to keep going until... Yeah, until the hoppers are covered for the same reason. Anyway, this is a pretty boring thing here. I also need to do the pistons because his pistons have light transfer. They let light shine through. Yeah. And then I need to throw a roof on this. Okay. Finish this quickly. Go. Oh, wow. That was like a perfect amount. So then... Yeah, something like... The only thing I've got to be careful of is I don't want these mushrooms to spread into places that they're not supposed to. So we should also do something like this to prevent them from getting anywhere they shouldn't. So there's that. That's still a regular block, so we need to do the same here. And yeah. Oh, snap. That's always terrifying. So then there. Yeah. Wait. Are we overusing them? Yeah, that would be fine. And I can save on my slabs. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to finish this up now. I know I said that before, but now we're doing it for real. And then, I guess we'll check in soon. Okay, so here's the mushroom farm in its almost final form. Let me go ahead and... So we've got the red mushrooms down in there. Then obviously we've got the brown mushrooms right in front of us. The thing is, mushrooms spread faster whenever the block that they're spreading to is on even ground. So the brown mushrooms will spread faster than the red ones. So the rates from the brown will be slightly higher than the rates from the red. And that's good because we're going to use the brown more than we'll use the red. So the last thing that I want to do here And just put these blocks there and there. And that is the completion of the mushroom farm. So there we go. So again, whenever that item despawns in the back, it'll cause the pistons to push forward, destroying whatever mushroom grows here. Oop, that was dumb. That was really dumb of me. I was like, yeah, I could just use a torch to pretend it's a mushroom. No, you can't. You can't do that. There we go. Okay, so then I'll need to do something about, like, covering this the rest of the way, like probably out to here, something, who knows. Yeah, okay. This mushroom is just going on too long. So the next thing that I wanted to show you here real quick is obviously I haven't destroyed the rest of the red mushroom that we grew. And as I went to pull out an axe from this chest is like our treasure chest. This is everything great and amazing. Oh, there's an iron golem dying. Everything great and amazing that we found on Skyblock so far. And take a look at that. There's, what, this is 3, 6, 9... 11 diamond worth of equipment in here. That's really, really good. We've got some bows. They're all just unbreaking and one power one. Several boots. Just cool stuff. Cool stuff. So let me get out this axe and look at that. Who would think that you'd have instant block destroys on Skyblock? Not me, but we've got it. Of course, it's mushrooms and inefficiency axe, but still. It's amazing. Okay. Let me transport this dirt block because that's the most valuable thing in my inventory right now. Transport this dirt block and then see where we're at from there. Alright, well that's going to be the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I do just have one question for you. We still don't have that cactus farm. For a farm that we could cut, since we can only really fit 8 around the edge, because again, there's going to be towers around these 4 corners, what farm should we cut? Should we combine the melon and pumpkin farm? Is the, I don't know, is the coal factory not needed? I don't know. As far as that question's concerned, I was kind of, even though I spent so much time on it today, I was kind of thinking the mushroom farm might be the one that's least worth it. Because as I was just moving stuff around, and it's like, man, growing a super mushroom is nothing. It's like 5 bone meal, and then with that axe, it's so easy to take down. And it's like, these are all the mushrooms that I had from the super mushrooms that I was growing. And just maybe the mushroom farm's not worth it, and then we could replace the mushroom farm with the cactus farm. I don't know. That's just a thought. You guys can cement whatever you guys say goes. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Minecraft. Later, guys.